I'm now going to briefly walk you through our system and show you just how easy it is to file ISFs through our system. The first thing you need to figure out when you're filing ISFs yourself is who is going to be filing. Our system allows you to actually set up as many users as you like in order to file ISFs. This means you can allow other people in your company as well as overseas vendors to input information on your behalf. We do realize, however, that allowing people into this system can be a risk management problem, so we also allow you to edit what the viewer can see and what they can do. Once you're editing their privileges, as you see, standard rights allows the user to do whatever they like within the system, so they have all capabilities. However, if you choose limited, which we recommend for those within your organization, or ISF only for those outside of your organization, for example, overseas vendors, you can then toggle with what they can see and what they're allowed to do. For example, you don't want everybody to be able to transmit the ISF to customs, so for your overseas vendors, you would allow them to input information, but you would choose no for allowing them to transmit the ISF. As you see, for each of the data elements, you can decide what they're able to view and what they're able to input within the system. So, for example, if you have multiple selling parties, you can allow them to see only that information. And even more, you can actually limit their choices to only view their own selling information. Once you have the user set up, you can start filing. You do this by going to the ISF tab. The first screen you see here is the ISF dashboard. This allows you to see all the ISFs that you've created, and this helps you keep track of what you've already filed and what needs to be done. This is also color-coded. If the ISF is complete and is ready to transmit, this will be in green. As you can see, if it's rejected, this in red, so that you know that that ISF needs extra attention. And also, if the bill is on file or not, is also indicated in yellow and green. You're able to narrow down the ISFs that you see by all of these filters. So, for example, if you're looking for the shipments that are going to be loaded within a certain week, you can just enter the dates here and hit update, and then you'll only see those ISFs that are being made that week. Now, there are 3 easy ways to create ISFs within our system. The first one is just to input the information here for each of the entities. The first screen of the ISF is the header screen. This system allows you to assign a particular reference number to the ISF. This can be a unique number that your company chooses, for example, a PO number, for example. The header screen is also where you put the importer and consignee information. And as you can see, once you input the information once into our system remembers it. And you get a drop-down, you select, and it automatically populates the ISF. The header screen does default to the most commonly used options, for example, standard filing. The only other thing you absolutely need for the header screen is the bill number. You just simply select the house bill, which is issued by a freight forwarder, or a regular straight bill, which is issued by the shipper, and then all you need to do is enter the SCAT code and the bill number, and that's all you need for the header screen. Another thing to note is you can actually add as many bill numbers as you like on the ISF. So, for example, if you have multiple containers with separate house bills, you can add them all on one ISF and file it all for $5. Once you save changes, you will then need to input the rest of the information. And this is a simple information such as selling party, buying party. The selling party is the person who is selling the goods to the buyer. As you can see, once again, we've already input information. You get the drop-down, select, auto-populates the name and address. The buying party is often the same as the importer. They ship to parties wherever the goods go as soon as they clear customs. This is often the same as the buying party, and if you ever have 2 entities that are exactly the same, that's very easy. You just select from the buying party, and as you see, it just auto-populates that field. The stuffing location is where goods are stuffed onto the container. This is often the same as the selling party, so we'll copy from that. And the consolidator is whoever has arranged the goods to be stuffed, which is often the same as the stuffing location. The last field is the manufacturer, whoever has made the goods. And this is also where you need to put in the tariff numbers. As you can see, even with the tariff numbers, as soon as you enter it once, you get a drop-down, you select, auto-populates. Enter the country of origin, and that's all you need for the tariff numbers. And you can add as many of these as you need. Our system also allows you to upload a part table, so if you have part numbers associated with tariff numbers, you can upload it into the system, and then you just start typing the part number, select, and it auto-populates the tariff number as well as country of origin. Our system allows you to add as many entities as you need. We understand that you may have multiple selling parties on one shipment, and that's not a problem. Simply select selling party, start typing it, select the drop-down, and there you have it. Your ISF is complete. The second easy way to file ISFs is if you have repetitive information in ISFs, for example, shipments that look exactly the same. Once you fill out the ISF, you can simply click Save as Template. You'll give the template a name. And then once you get into the entity screen, you can simply type in the name of the template, select the drop-down, hit Select Template, and it automatically auto-populates the entire ISF. All you need to do then is just quickly verify the information is correct and save changes. Once the ISF is complete, you get to the transmission screen. Our system has a notes field. This is very useful. It helps you keep track of ISFs, of any unusual happenings. So if you need to take a note and remind yourself of anything about that particular ISF, you can keep the note here. For example, say that you filed an ISF and Customs was unable to match the bill of lading. You would then call and verify that you got the correct bill of lading number, and then you can make a note of it here. Enter the date, confirm bill of lading, updated, and retransmitted. Simply save the note. And then the next time that Customs ever questions you about this particular ISF, you can just go into the ISF and remind yourself of what exactly happened. Our system also, if you hit Print ISF, it pulls it up in a PDF where you see all of the 10 data elements in a very easy fashion. This helps you also notice whether or not the ISF is complete. If you need to email the ISF after you've created it, it's very simple. Click this button here. Enter the email address you want to send it to. Any notes about the ISF, hit send, and that will appear in their inbox. After the ISF is complete, you are ready to transmit the ISF. You can do that in the system here. It usually only takes a few seconds for Customs to respond. However, sometimes their system does get backlogged and takes a few more minutes. Okay, as you see, Customs responded very quickly. It was rejected as I expected because the importer number that was entered in the system is made up, so they were unable to identify the importer. And as you can see, if it is rejected, you know right away why it was rejected, so you know what you need to update in order to rectify the ISF. The third way to file an ISF is probably actually the quickest. We actually have an Excel spreadsheet that looks like this. All you need to do is input all of the 10 data elements into the spreadsheet. For example, importer name here. You will then indicate the party type here, put in the name, address, city, country, etc., all the information that the ISF requires, as well as the tariff numbers. Once you save it, you can then go into the system, click Upload ISF Entry, simply go select the file, open it, hit Upload Entry, Okay, once you upload it, as you can see, it automatically fills out the ISF. The importer wasn't in the system, so it didn't auto-populate. You simply just go Verify, Save Changes, go to the Entity screen, verify that all the information is input correctly, save changes, and you are ready to transmit the ISF.